You don't buy a property from day one and say that your circumstances will be same throughout. That would be a risky move, right? So I give you another classic example. You buy a property, you pay cash, you use CPF, and you are likely to take a loan, right? So I've had clients who come to me and say, okay, when I was in banking, they come to me and say, okay, I bought this property, I have how much in cash, how much in CPF, and how much in loan. So I want the loan to go out first. And then my CPF cash I pay out last. Right? So they this is their thinking, or whatever order. It happened quite a few times where clients have such ideas. Now there are rules to say that in any transaction, cash must go out first, followed by CPF, and then followed by the loan.
Oh, okay.
Right? And people buy new properties, right? They buy new properties that are progressive payments. They take, let's say you decide, okay, I'm going to buy a property that will TOP or receive the license to move in, right?
Yeah.
Or approval to move in X number of years, right? It's called a temporary occupation permit. So let's say in 5 years, right? Then you buy the property, you say, okay, I want to go out with loan first, then CPF, then cash, right? It makes sense, right? You don't want to commit, right? So the rule is this: you have to go out with cash first, then followed by CPF, then followed by loan, right? A lot of people say, okay, then I wait until closer to the loan, then I go and take a loan, see what are the best rates, right? So that's where people get caught, because CPF will not issue your funds until they make sure that you have a loan. So everything must stack to 100%. So cash plus CPF plus loan. At the point in time when you request for CPF funds, they will check that.
I see.
So get a loan earlier. So a lot of intricacies. I'm just giving examples. You probably don't need to know now. Probably you will be calling me to ask me, okay, I want to do this. What do I do? I'll give you the correct advice then.
Correct. For that particular situation.
Yeah, of course. You must see what's relevant to you.
I got one last question with regards to, like, in the scenario that now I do own a home, and also, of course, if I own a HDB loan, pretty straightforward in terms of, like, you know how much you're paying every month. It's like a fixed rate. In the event that I am actually getting a bank loan, maybe at that point in time, because I thought that the rates were more competitive, then of course there will be the issue of refinancing after a certain period, right? I think I've previously touched on this topic. The best time to get to refinance, I remember you said it was a $64 million question.
Yeah.
But if I am a homeowner, what are the active steps I should keep in mind to potentially see, like, okay, maybe it's time to take a look at my bank loan after a few years?
So your starting point is where? HDB loan or either way, is it?
Yeah, I would say maybe a scenario that's realistic to me. I might start with a HDB loan, and then maybe in the future I might think, hey, I want to move over to a bank loan.
Okay, so you know, if there's this campaign in Singapore, I'll give this as an example. 6/6/12/12, 6th of June, 12th of December.
No.
Never heard of it?
Yeah.
Now, if you live in an apartment building or high-rise HDB and all that, to get people to remember to check their windows, because there have been cases of windows dropping. Yeah.
Okay.
Right? So 6th of June, 12th of December, just check your windows to make sure they're okay. Just to remember. So same thing like that, I would say, check your loans and your own circumstances once a year at least. So for example, right now, right, interest rates bank interest rates are higher than the HDB, right? So it's easy for you to decide, okay, I am going to go HDB if I can, I'm eligible. That's the first point. The other point, so the 6/6/12/12, when you check, you look at it and you say, actually now private home loan rates are now 1%, let's say. And CPF is still charging you 2.6. Then what do? Will you move? Not yet. You have to ask yourself, can I sleep at night? Do I worry? Do I think markets would go back up? Right? Where I'm living, does it still suit my needs? Maybe at that point in time, we are looking at it, you already have 3 kids and the house is getting a bit tight. Do I move to another HDB? Do I move to a private property? So all these things are for you to then consider as a package. I think that is very important.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, I say there's no one solution for everyone. It may not be wise to go and refinance and then you realize that, hey, actually I wanted to sell. I got caught. Now I have to pay 1.5% penalty.
Okay.
Okay. So have that conversation yearly and at least with the spouse. So I had a client who bought a property with the wife. They bought a big property and so on and so forth. But what they didn't say, right, was that the intention was for the wife to stop work after a certain number of years. So the moment you get in that scenario, the house may become unaffordable, the installments. Then you may have to downsize, meaning you or right size the property to say that, okay, now I have to take steps to make sure that it is suitable for my life circumstance or my financial circumstance, right? Important to have that. And it's like a body checkup. Every year you need to go and check, right? So same thing. You don't buy a property from day one and say that your circumstances will be same throughout. That would be a risky move.
Yeah, that's really helpful information. Appreciate you sharing this. I think probably the time I need to talk to you is when I'm pretty sure this is the property that I want and whether it is affordable based on my situation as well.
Yeah, I'll be involved in your property search anyway. I think along the way we can have more conversations.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Paul.
You're welcome, Fahan.